friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
UPS driver jumps into action as he spots elderly woman on the ground and says it was all God. Written by Adam Staten, read by Giovanni Johnson. A UPS driver jumps into action when he spotted an elderly woman injured on the ground, and he is now giving God all the glory. Sadly, because this world is lost and fallen, and sin has and does corrupt everything it encounters, we all experience storms in deep, dark valleys in life. No one is safe from these often painful, heartbreaking situations. However, despite hardships and trials, God is still in control and remains on the throne. Even when bad things happen, God can often be seen loving, protecting, and comforting. That was precisely the case when Raheem Cooper, a 30-year-old UPS driver, spotted 78-year-old Marie Cobble, who had fallen on the sidewalk, bleeding with grocery bags scattered around her on one blistering hot Valdosta, Georgia afternoon. According to the Epic Times, it was around 2 p.m. on August 12th when Raheem turned down the road and saw a car door open, with Marie down and injured on the sidewalk. But Raheem should not have even seen Marie. He just took a shortcut that day, which he typically does not do. Raheem told the outlet he heard something tell him to take that alternate route. It was just God, honestly, Raheem said. He's got to get all the glory for that. I was just taking a shortcut, and something just told me to go on her street. Well, after spotting Marie, Raheem immediately rushed to her. In addition to bleeding, Marie was immobile, unable to get up off the sidewalk. Raheem dialed 911, started applying water on Marie, and put the grocery bags underneath her to keep her cool and protected from the hot sidewalk. But Raheem wasn't the only person who rushed to Marie's aid. The Lord put another person in the right place at the right time. According to USA Today, an unnamed young woman stopped, helped Raheem lift Marie off the hot sidewalk, and placed her against her car until paramedics arrived. First responders soon arrived, put Marie in the ambulance, and rushed her to the hospital. Marie, after a few days in the hospital, was rushed into emergency surgery for bleeding on the brain. She came out of the procedure well and is recovering. Kayla Cochran, Marie's granddaughter, is eternally grateful for his love, kindness, and quick-thinking actions. According to the Epic Times, she has called Raheem their family's rock and guardian angel throughout the situation. According to a post on Facebook, she added that if not for Raheem, she would have died that day. But Raheem did not simply wait for the ambulance and go on his way, forgetting about the woman's life he helped save. Raheem and Marie have developed a bond, becoming like family. He came to see her in the hospital, even bringing his daughter on several occasions. Raheem has been recognized with local and national awards for his heroic, life-saving action. However, he is quick to deflect praise, placing it where he says it rightfully belongs. I personally feel like God led me there at the right time and right place, he said. It wasn't nothing but God. Raheem adds that he simply did what any decent person would do for somebody. Not looking everyone to his private good, but keeping in mind the things of others. Philippians 2:4. Young North Carolina father risked his life to save a couple and dog from a sinking truck. Written by Hallie Wells, read by Giovanni Johnson. When extreme flooding following Hurricane Helene assaulted parts of North Carolina, one young father risked his life to save the lives of a couple trapped in the deadly waters. Columbus native Kenji Bowen, his girlfriend Caitlin Cahill, and their baby girl were returning home when they encountered treacherous waters near Wilmington, North Carolina. Kenji decided to turn back, rather than cross the high water. However, he observed the truck on the other side. The driver was attempting to cross the deluge. Kenji told Columbus County News, "We turned down Whittier Road and got to the place where it was flooded. There was no way I was going through that with my family, so I got ready to turn around. There was a truck pulling into the water from the other side, and I tried to flash my lights at him to tell him to stop, but I guess he didn't see me. By the time the driver realized he wouldn't be able to make it through the rushing water, it was too late. When he put his pickup into reverse, his tires began spinning and the vehicle shifted to the side. The truck began to float toward deeper water and started to sink. Kenji, nicknamed Flash by his East Columbus High School football teammates, wasted no time sprinting into action. Despite not knowing how to swim, the young father risked his own life and rushed through the rising water and pounding rain toward the truck. I didn't care if I couldn't swim, he said later. I didn't think about it until I got to the truck. Kenji recalled, that water was flowing stronger than anything I had ever seen. I got to the truck and grabbed hold of the bumper, then started working toward them. Kenji first helped the woman crawl out through the window and to Caitlin, and his girlfriend helped the frightened woman up the bank to dry land. Kenji returned to the truck to rescue the man and his dog, pulling the two through the window of the sinking truck. WA3's Keelan Berrien spoke with the young couple about their heroic experience. When asked if he knew how dangerous the situation was, Kenji said, I do know how dangerous it was. I have a family friend's uncle who got swept away during Florence. He passed away. So I knew when I saw that couple, I was like, it brought back man, I don't want that to happen to them too. Though proud of her courageous 24-year-old son, Kenji's mother, Mamie Bowen, told Keelan, I was a little bit scared too, watching him go into that water because every so often we hear about people being swept. What a blessing Kenji and Caitlin were to a couple and their dog in danger. The father doesn't regret risking his life to save others. He shared, I risked it. I took a chance and I'm glad I did take a chance. I eagerly expect and hope that I will in no way be ashamed, but will have sufficient courage so that now, as always, Christ will be exalted in my body, whether by life or by death. Philippians 1:20.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.